All of you, welcome back to course Artificial Intelligence. Our today's topic of video is Bayesian network or belief network. So in the last video we understand the concept of Bayes rule or Bayes theorem, and we understand how to make use of Bayes theorem to handle the uncertainty. Now in the today's video we are going to discuss about one more technique which can be used to handle uncertainty in artificial intelligence, that is Bayesian network or belief network. So let's discuss in detail what is Bayesian network and how it works in AI and how it helps us to handle the uncertainty. So what is a Bayesian network? So in short I can say it's a probabilistic graphical model. It's a probabilistic graphical model. That means one thing is that Bayes rule is mathematical in nature, but Bayesian network is graphical in nature, as we have seen in case of structure knowledge representation, that the predicate logic is a mathematical technique of representing the structural knowledge, whereas semantic network is a graphical representation of a structural knowledge. And in this particular unit or in this particular module we are going to discuss about unstructured knowledge, or you can say uncertainty handling. So before that we have just discussed one mathematical technique of handling mathematical technique to handle the uncertainty, that is Bayes rule. But this Bayesian network is a graphical model. It's a graphical model to handle uncertainty or to represent the uncertain knowledge. That's why we are saying that it's a probabilistic graphical model. Means it's a graphical model which represents the probabilistic dependence between the various types of events and various types of variable. So how can we define Bayesian network or belief network? It's a probabilistic graphical model that represents a set of variable and their conditional dependence via directed acyclic graph. This Bayesian network will make use of a directed acyclic graph. We already know what is directed acyclic graph. This is the example of directed acyclic graph in which we are making use of directed arrow, but there is no cycle. Okay, this directed acyclic graph consists of nodes and arrows, but that arrows are directed and there is no cycle. Cycle means what? Starting node and start point and end point should not be the same. Okay, so there is no cycle, there is no loop in that. That's why we can say it's a directed acyclic graph. So Bayesian network will make use of directed acyclic graph. So Bayesian network, what is the use? We have just seen that Bayesian network is used to handle uncertainty, but how? That exactly the reason. So thing is that Bayesian network represents the probabilistic relation between multiple events. Again I am repeating, it represents the probabilistic relation. What do you mean by probabilistic relation between multiple events? So let me discuss this with the help of simple example. Now in this case you can see that here there are three events or three random variable. One is a rain, second one is a dog barks, and third one is a cat hides. So try to understand what kind of probabilistic relation exists between this random variable or the fact. If there is a rain, then dog barks, and if dog barks, then cat hides. But again in this case there is a probability. It is not necessary that every time when there is a rain then dog barks, and it is not necessary that every time when dog barks cat hides. So this is a probabilistic relation between these three different events or three random variable, and it is represented with the help of DAG, that is directed acyclic graph. So in this case there are two possibilities. There may rain or there may not be rain. It is not necessary that every time there will be a rain. Suppose that that thing will be there. Suppose there is no rain, still dog barks. So a number of possibilities exist. It is not a case that only single probability is there that there will be rain. So if there is a rain, then bark dogs. It is not, again it's not necessary. If there is no rain, still dog can bark. If there is a rain, no dog may not bark. So a number of possibilities are there. Means in this case for every random variable, for every event, two possibilities are there. There may be a rain, there may not be a rain. There may be dog barks, may not be dog barks. Cat may be cat hide, may not be cat hide. So this is the meaning of this. It represents the probabilistic relation between multiple events. So this arrow represents the conditional probability, and we know that conditional probability involves that in this case we are calculating the probability of one event where other event is already being occurred. Means you have been given that this event is already occurred. Now tell me what is a probability of occurrence of this particular event. So in case of Bayesian network, we are going to make use of DAG, and this, in this case of DAG, this node represent the random variable and this edge will represent the conditional probability. So in that sense I am telling that Bayesian network is used to represent probabilistic relation between multiple events. So here just we have seen it's a directed acyclic graph. In another way we can say that Bayesian network is a DAG in which edge represent conditional dependency or probability and node represent the random variable or event. Then it is also known as belief network, graphical model, or causal network. So this names you should know, because sometimes Bayesian network is also called as a belief network, sometimes it is also called as a graphical model, sometimes it is also called as a causal network. And we have just seen that Bayesian network is used to represent uncertain knowledge in a graphical form with the help of directed acyclic graph. And there are two main components of Bayesian network. One is a DAG and second one is a conditional probability. Now let's discuss the same example. Now I tell you this example in detail. So in this case the thing is very simple. We have represented that if there is a rain, then there is a possibility that dog barks and there is a possibility that cat hides. So always for each node two probabilities are there, yes or no. Okay, and this arrow will represent the conditional probability. So here we have seen here we have written what is the probability of dog barks, then there will be a rain. So this is what a conditional probability. We are calculating the probability of dog bark where rain is already occur. Okay, similarly here also we need to calculate the probability that cat hides where when the dog is barking. Okay, so this arrow represent the conditional probability. In this case we can say that this is node that we are considering. For this is a parent and this one is a child. So this is a node under consideration. Dog barks is a node that is under consideration, for which we have rain is a parent. And you need to understand that whenever we need to calculate the probability of a node that we are considering, we need to make use of its parent. We need to make use of its parent. So here whenever we need to calculate the probability of dog barks, we need to make use of its parent rain. Similarly here suppose we consider this node, say what is the parent for this cat hide, dog barks. So in order to calculate the probability of a considered node, you need to make use of the parent node. Okay, and now in this case conditional probability is representing. Now you may have doubt that how this value will be represented or how that value will be calculated. So I want to tell you that this value is not calculated, means this value is not calculated by using specific formula. It's the value that we obtain just by the experience, or you can say just by the observation. This is not a standard value. This value may going to change because this is only the observed value. It's only observation. It's a value that we put based on the experience, but in this case there is no specific formula used to calculate this value. So let me describe what this particular table represents. So one thing is very clear, that it represents the conditional probability. So what it may be, so in this case we have written B. B means what? Dog barks. B represent this particular node. Because we have seen that in case of DAG every node represent the random variable. Let's say B is a random variable used to represent this node, and R is a random variable used to represent this particular node. And in this case not means what? It is true, it is false, it is true, it is false. So what that value represent? Suppose bark dogs, means suppose there is a rain, then bark dogs. Suppose there is not rain, bark dogs. So what is the probability? Means this is a probability which represent this is a probability of barking a dog when there is a rain. This is a probability that when dog barks but there is no rain. Similarly, it represents the probability that dog is not barking. Suppose there is a rain, and this is a probability that when there is dog is not barking when there is no rain. So this is what a probability. And how this 20 will be there? It's only observation. Total 20 observation is being taken, and out of this we found that suppose there is a rain, dog is barking for 4 times, so that's why it is 4 by 20. Similarly, when there is no rain, dog is barking for 5 times. So just by the observation, just by the experience, we obtain this value. There is no specific formula for this. Now in this case, you can see here how it is being calculated. Suppose b equals to 2, that means dog is barking and there is rain. So what is the probability? 1 by 5. How we have calculated? 4 by 20 is nothing but a 1 by 5. Similarly, suppose dog is barking and there is no rain. What is the probability? 1 by 4. How we got this? 5 divided by 20 is 1 by 4. Similarly, suppose dog is not barking and there is a rain. What is the probability? 2 by 5. Okay. What is the probability? Suppose dog is not barking and there is no rain. So what is the probability? 1 by 4. So this is how we have calculated the probability. So this we understand how Bayesian network can be used to represent probabilistic dependence between the event, probabilistic relation between the different event, because that is a probabilistic relationship. Because every time I can't say that suppose there is a rain, bark dogs. There may not be, there may be a situation dog may not bark. Okay, so this is probabilistic relation between the node. Now let's take another example so that your idea of Bayesian network gets more clear. So in this case, we have been given one problem statement. Try to understand this. What is a problem statement? That you have installed a new burglar system at your home, and it is reliable. This alarm is reliable of detecting the burglary, but one issue is there with that alarm, that it corresponds to minor earthquake. Suppose there is a small earthquake, still that alarm can rung. Okay, and there are 2 neighbors. One is a John and second one is a Mary, who is residing. One on the left hand side, one neighbor is John, on and right hand side of your house there is a another neighbor called as a Mary. So both of them promise to you, because you are going to your office and you have installed burglar alarm at your home. So both of your neighbor John and Mary promise to you that when they heard alarm they will inform you. Okay, and the thing is that John is getting confused between the ringtone of his mobile and the alarm. Means the tone of that alarm is resembles with the tone of ringtone of its mobile. So there may be a confusion to John. Sometimes it may happen that John is calling you, still there is no alarm. Okay. So that may happen. So this is a problem with the John. And second thing is that Mary is not we can say that Mary is having some challenge while hearing the sound. Okay, so sometimes she may heard alarm, she may not. That is a possibility. So in both the cases there is a probability that sometimes John may call, Mary may call, but sometimes there is a possibility that they may not call. Means in this case sometimes it happens that still there is an alarm but both of them is not informing. Sometimes it may happen that there is no alarm but still they are informing. So a number of probabilities occurred in that particular problem, and given evidence about that who hasn't called, and estimate the probability of burglary. So this is what our problem statement. Now let's try to formulate this with the help of various variable. So here represent the problem using 5 variables, 5 random variable. That B is representing burglary, E represent earthquake, A represent alarm, J represent John calls, and M represent Mary calls. So in that case we need to calculate the probability that when John calls, Mary calls, and there is an alarm but there is no burglary and no earthquake. So what is a probability? So in this way, this is a specialty of Bayesian network, that you can calculate the probability of n number of events at the same time. This is what the beauty of this Bayesian network or belief network. Now let's try to understand. In this case, we need to formulate the sequence of that variable. So partially order that earthquake and burglary, these are in the one set, then alarm at the another level, and John and Mary calls, they present at the third level. So there are three levels are there. In the top of the level we have burglary, which is represented by variable B. We have earthquake represented by E. Then in the intermediate level we have alarm, and at the last level, at the leaf level, what we have, John calls and Mary calls. So in this way we are use this DAG to represent this particular situation that we understand in the problem statement. Now let's try to find the solution for this. So how to find the solution? See, in this case different people may get different solution, because in this case it's only the value obtained by observation. There is no specific formula used to calculate the value. It's only by observation, it's only by the experience. Okay, so let me describe this. So this is a graph DAG that we have discussed. Now in this case, what is that? This is a probability of burglary true. Means when there is a burglary, what is the probability of burglary? Means suppose there is a burglary, what is its probability? 0.3. Then there is a possibility that there is no burglary, that's why it is F, B equals to F. This is true, burglary equals to true, burglary equals to false. So its value is 0.3, this is 0.4. This is only a random value, this is the value that we obtain by observation. And then suppose there is an earthquake, value is 0.2, there is no earthquake, 0.3. so again E equals to T means true, E equals to F means false. So this is a table, don't worry about this, this is not a complicated table, this is very simple table. Only thing is that understanding is required. So let me discuss this, or let me describe this for your understandings. So here B represents the burglary, E represents the earthquake. So in this case we consider, as there are two variables are there, so four possibilities are there. So as we know the table of tautology, in case of tautology we have this, because in case of discrete mathematics you learn about this. So how to formulate the various possibilities? So we have taken true, 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 false, 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 and then true, false we have taken. So suppose there are two variable, then four combination can be there. Either that burglary, earthquake happen at the same time. There may be the case that suppose there is a burglary but there is no earthquake. Suppose there is no burglary, still there is an earthquake. Suppose there is a no burglary, no earthquake. Okay, so this is the value of B and E. Now what is that represent? It's a probability of alarm. Okay, what is the probability that alarm rung? Because A equals to T, T means what? True. Okay, means when alarm rung, what is the possibility? And this is the probability that alarm does not rung. Okay, that alarm is not getting rung. So that's why here we have taken A equals to F. So this is a value that we have taken, that suppose there is a burglary, suppose there is an earthquake, then alarm sung, its probability is 0.7. alarm is not going to ring, its probability is 0.3. similarly, suppose there is a burglary but there is no earthquake, so what is the probability of alarm? 0.8. what is the not probability? It's 0.2. so similarly we obtain this value for these many combinations. So this A equals to T means alarm is ringing, A equals to F means alarm is not ringing. Okay, now the second thing, again we need to consider, now this we consider for alarm. Now we have to consider for John and Mary, whether John call or Mary call. Okay, so let's take a simple thing. So in this case John calls, this is a probability that John call, and this is a probability John is not going to call. So what is a parent for this John? Alarm is a parent for the John. Similarly similarly for Mary, alarm is a parent. Okay, so first of all we need to consider the John, and there are two possibilities, John call, John may not call, and in this case there are two possibilities that their alarm ring, alarm may not ring. Okay, so this is again probability. So what we understand, suppose alarm ring, and John is going to call. What is the probability? 0.9. But suppose the alarm is ringing but John is not going to call. What is its probability? 0.1. Similarly, suppose alarm is not ringing and still John is calling. What is its probability? 0.05. And suppose there is no alarm, John is not going to call. So this is 0.95. Similarly, we have calculated this for Mary also, and this is, I told you again and again that these are only observed value. These are the value that we obtain just by the experience. There is no formula we have used to calculate these values. Okay. Now again in this case for Mary, who is parent, alarm. So in this case again two possibility: alarm may ring, may not ring. Similarly, Mary call, Mary may not call. So in this case we need to consider that suppose there is an alarm, Mary is calling, its probability 0.6. Suppose there is alarm, Mary is not calling, its probability is 0.4. Suppose there is no alarm, still Mary is calling, 0.7. Suppose there is no alarm but still Mary is not calling, its probability is 0.3. So this is how this table will represent the probability of particular event with respect to another variable, because I told you that whenever you need to consider a particular node, you need to consider its parent. Just like that, when we consider alarm, we need to consider, here we are talking about the probability of alarm, so we need to consider its parent. When we are talking about the probability of John, we need to consider the alarm, because alarm is a parent for this John. Similarly for Mary. Now we want to calculate this one. What is our, we need to calculate the probability that John is calling, Mary is calling. Suppose there is an alarm but there is no burglary or no earthquake. So what is the probability? So we have to calculate this. So we have taken this probability of John calls. And I know I told you that whenever we need to calculate the probability of considerable node, we need to consider its parent. So in this case we need to calculate the probability of John calls. So who is a parent of John? Alarm. So that's why in order to calculate the probability of John calls, we need to consider the probability, or we need to consider its parent, that's alarm. So this is a conditional probability. So we are calculating the probability of John calls when there is a alarm. Okay. Similarly for this we are calculating the probability that Mary calls when there is a alarm. Now this is A, and for we are calculating the probability of alarm. So who is the parent? Burglary and earthquake. So probability of A, suppose there is no alarm and there is no burglary and no earthquake. Why we are considering this? Because in problem statement we have been asked to calculate this. Suppose you have been asked to calculate that there is a burglary and there is a earthquake, because a number of possibilities may occur over here. So for this possibility we are calculating this only. Okay. Now in this case we need to calculate the probability of alarm when there is no burglary and when there is no earthquake. Similarly, we need to calculate the probability of burglary. There is no parent, so we have not used the conditional probability over here. So I told you that you need to remember this whenever we are considering particular node. In order to calculate its probability, you need to consider its parent. Okay, but in this case for burglary and earthquake there is no parent. That's why we have directly taken probability of not burglary, probability of no earthquake. Okay, now how we got this value 0.9? So what is the probability that John is calling when there is an alarm? How we got 0.9? So we got this, what we try to understand, John is going to call when there is an alarm. So okay, when there is an alarm, John is calling, 0.9. That's why we have taken it 0.9. Then next we need to talk about Mary. What is the probability that Mary is calling when there is an alarm? So its value is 0.6. Now see here, alarm is true and Mary is calling, so 0.6 is there. Similarly, we need to take the value that what is the probability of alarm when there is no burglary, no earthquake. That means this value, there is no burglary, no earthquake. What is the value of alarm? 0.5. So we have taken its value as 0.5. Similarly, what is the value that when there is no burglary? No burglary means 0.4, no earthquake 0.3. So in this way we have calculated this, and finally we got the value as 0.0324. This is a probability or this is the answer for this particular question, that what is the probability that John is calling, Mary is calling. Suppose there is an alarm and there is no burglary at a home, and there is no earthquake at a home. So this is how we have calculated the probability, and this is the use of Bayesian network. This is the beauty of Bayesian network. It allows us to calculate the probability of multiple events at the same time. These multiple events are probabilistically interrelated, probabilistically dependent or independent of each other. So this is what a beauty of a Bayesian network of belief network. So I hope you understand what is a belief network and how to make use of a belief network to solve a particular problem. Thank you.